Morning everybody and welcome to another story time. Now today it looks as if we're going to get some snow later on, so if it does snow, maybe get out there and have some fun in the snow. So I thought today I would do a story that's based in snow and it's called You Can Do It Sam. If you can see, there's lots of snow on the ground, so it looks like Sam the bear, so we'll read the story. Okay. It happened one winter morning on Plum Street, and the moon was still up, making moonbeams and shadows on Plum Street. You can see the big moon up there, and look, it looks as if it's snow everywhere. There's a fox down in the corner. In the little white house, Mrs. Bear and Sam were baking cakes. They stirred with big spoons, swirling and tasting batter. They peeked in the oven at the 2 rows of cakes, golden brown cakes for their friends on Plum Street. Look, there's the cakes in the oven. Look, there's all the things that they've used to make the cakes. It looks as if they've got some honey and they've got some cherries and eggs and flour and butter. And there is Sam. Come on, cakes, whispered Sam. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Mrs. Bear and Sam waited for the cakes. Now we can go, Mama. Now, said Sam. Soon, Mrs. Bear said. Soon, Sam. They waited and waited, and then at last Mrs. Bear sniffed the air with her nose in the air and said, I believe our cakes are ready. There's Mrs. Bear sniffing. Look, they've done all the washing up as well. And there's Sam eating what's left in the bowl. Mrs. Bear and Sam counted the cakes. There were 12. They tucked them in bags, and there were 12 red bags. So look, there's the little red bags, and there's all the cakes, and they're putting labels on them for all their friends. And if you can look out the window, it looks as if there's snow falling. Outside, snow tumbled on houses and sprinkled the trees. It powdered the garden, Mrs. Bear's truck and Mrs. Bear's truck. Sam and his mum climbed up in the truck that was green. So put all the cakes in the back, and there's Sam climbing into the front of the truck. Look, they're on their way. Look, there's very, very deep snow. And look, the snow is all over the trees and on top of the houses on the roofs. They bumped along in the early light, just the 2 of them on Plum Street. Uphill and down, up and down to the very end of Plum Street. Our friends will love my cakes, Sam told his mum. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear pulled up close to the first sleepy house. Here we are, Sam. I'll wait here and you take the cake. All by myself, whispered Sam. Go, 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 Mrs. Bear said. She put her arm around Sam. You can do it, Sam. And off he went, all by himself in the snow. All by himself, waving a red bag and waving to Mrs. Bear. All by himself, taking cakes to his friends. And there's Sam going through the snow with his red Wellington boots, and he's got the bag with the cake in. And look, you can see his footprints all in the snow. Sam left the red bag at the door. The sign on the bag said, a tasty surprise. And there you go, Sam's left it on the doorstep. Then he ran back to the truck where his mum was waiting. I did it, said Sam. Of course, Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear and Sam bumped along, just the 2 of them, uphill and down, up and down. At each sleepy house, Mrs. Bear stopped the truck. She put her arm around Sam. "Here I go," whispered Sam. "Go, go," Mrs. Bear said, and off he went, making tracks in the snow, waving a red bag and waving to his mum, leaving one tasty cake at each sleepy door. Until they got home. There were 2 cakes left in 2 red bags. Said Mrs. Bear. "For us," whispered Sam. "Of course," Mrs. Bear said. Mrs. Bear and Sam held hands on the path to the little white house, and the sun was just sunning up on the little white house. "Hello, house," said Sam, and they went inside, kicking snow off their boots. Mrs. Bear poured cocoa into cups, and they wriggled their toes in their fat socks. Look, there's a coloured fat socks to keep their feet warm, enjoying the cakes with the cocoa. As their bellies filled up, they took turns telling stories. Stories about a bear called Sam who takes cakes all by himself to his friends, and how much they all love his cake so much. And that's what happened one winter snowy morning on Plum Street. And that's our story. You can do it, Sam, and how he delivered all the cakes to his friends in the deep, deep snow. Okay, that's our story for today. Hopefully we'll see you soon, and like I say, hopefully we might get a bit of snow later on today, and we will see you soon. Bye.